Greetings Guardians, this is Martin from Destiny Overwatch and welcome back to my channel. Now today I'll be analysing the new Destiny trailer, New Beginnings. Now since this trailer was released, a ton of new alpha gameplay as well as a video featuring Jason Jones was released, and I'll be analysing all of that in another video. I was actually lucky enough to have been sent a code to get into the alpha, and so I'll be playing tons of Destiny and I'll be recording tons of gameplay. So if you want to see more alpha gameplay, stay tuned to my channel. If you have any suggestions or anything specific you want to see from the alpha gameplay, let me know in the comments. So first off, the intro begins with Peter Dinklage's voice, aka the Ghost, talking about how the Traveller changed everything, allowed us to build cities on Mars and Venus, turn Mercury into a garden planet, tripled human lifespan, but the darkness had followed the Traveller for eons across the stars and destroyed everything. So the first thing I noticed are these symbols surrounding the Earth. I have no idea what these symbols are, but I'm curious. I want to know what these symbols mean, and I wonder if humans in Destiny can actually read these symbols. Next we have this shot of 3 ships flying through the wreckage of an enormous ship, and this shot was rather interesting to me because it makes me wonder, it brings up so many questions. What is this ship? Who built it? Was it part of the humans' plan to journey to other galaxies? Or was it built to defend Earth? What purpose did it serve? And what happened to it during the collapse? Once a spacefaring monument, now a skeleton, a reminder of what happened. So many questions, these are the sort of things I can't wait to discover in Destiny. The location of this ship or its name is unknown so far, but we do have this one concept art of a location called the Reef, which could be the name of where these ships are heading. The Reef can also be seen on the director. I'm curious as to what these ships are on either side. The middle one is clearly a personal spacecraft, but these two appear to be escorting the Guardian ship. Next we see what looks like a cutscene of a door opening to the Hellmouth. Emerging from the black is this special hive knight, who is most likely a boss. You can tell by the red paint and the white stripe down its body. I also noticed that behind these Guardians is a satellite or some kind of space station that appears to be somewhat intact. I wonder if we'll be able to visit that space station. Again, I want to know what purpose did this space station serve. Also, this hunter on the left is wielding Thorn. Next we see this gyroscope-like device in the tower, and in the centre is a holographic image of the Traveller. This is another one of the most intriguing things to me in this trailer because of the possibilities behind it. How is this device linked to the Traveller? Then the Ghost says this.
That's why I've been looking for you, for centuries.
Very interesting. So who or what is the Ghost? Where did it come from? From the sounds of this, the Ghost wasn't developed by humans, it came from somewhere else, just like the Traveller. Here we get a glimpse of what looks like some sort of hive structure, or possibly spaceship. You can tell it's hive because of the lighting and the colour scheme. As well, this looks like it's at the very bottom of the Hellmouth because it has a cylindrical structure above it. It's also connected to something with these wires, which looks like the hive are trying to power this thing up. Are the hive preparing for something? An attack? A super weapon? I'd also like to point out that I was able to recognise that this is hive due to the colour scheme and mood. I like that. It gives an idea of how different and recognisable each race will be. Next is this shot of hive ships warping in. These I believe are the sarcophagus-like ships that Bungie have talked about. This structure though, is it human? What is it? A ship? A weapon? Clearly some kind of golden age technology. Another one of my favourite shots from this trailer is of this Guardian ship flying towards the city, and we get a nice view of the tower. Then we get this Cabal who appears to be a leader or boss of some kind, judging from the headpiece. Couple things here. First off, this confirms that this is a Cabal tank, which we'll see more of later. And also, this player has the Vanguard logo on the side of this machine gun. However, this does not mean the Vanguard is a faction. Alpha gameplay of the tower shows that you'll be able to buy items from the Vanguard, but they are not a faction because on this map of the tower, the icon next to the Vanguard is different to the faction's icon. I'll be going into a lot more detail about this in another video. Here we see a human female warlock with a helmet off in the tower. In this next part we see a warlock driving a pike across the moon, who then jumps straight off the pike and performs a super attack. Now this feature really excites me because it'll allow me to jump straight off my vehicle and into battle without having to dismount. Now this shot. Let's go over this real quick. There's the same awoken hunter from the Out Here in the Wild Vidoc. There's a female awoken character sat in a throne, and she has fallen bodyguards. The fact that she's sat in a throne must mean that she's a queen, But who is she? Is she an evil character, or an enemy of the last city? Or is she a good character who's convinced some Fallen to work with her? Is this the Queen of the Reef which we saw listed as a mission back in the first Destiny Vidoc? There's also a purple background similar to the concept art of the Reef, as well as where the ships were heading earlier. So it could be that this is the Queen of the Reef. Now I've no idea what this massive sphere is in the background. All I can say is we have seen it before in some early concept art, and in the concept art there's a silhouette of an enemy. Then we have a shot of Venus, and we see this new fallen boss called Axor, Archon Priest, who emerges from what looks like a cryopod, or some sort of life support. This fallen skiff lifting off just next to the Hellmouth then cloaks itself. Next, when this Titan activates their super ability, Fist of Havoc, it looks like they jump again after already doing a double jump, but I think the third jump was just part of the super ability and not a triple jump. It does look like he could use the ability as a triple jump though. One thing I am curious about Fist of Havoc is, after seeing this, do you do more damage the further you fall? I noticed here that this hunter wielding the machine gun had a bipod attached, which makes me wonder if there's an advantage to equipping this, or if it's purely cosmetic. Again, we see the same fallen bodyguard from earlier who pulls out their spear. Then we see Cabal Centurions using their jump packs into battle. Next we get a better shot of a Cabal tank, and a glimpse at a new vehicle called the Interceptor, which I'll be going over in another video. To me, the Interceptor looks like the chopper equivalent from Halo. I'm noticing quite a variety of enemies here. This Fallen is black, and in the next shot a bunch of green Fallen have been dropped off on the moon. But what do these different colours indicate? Different houses? Finally we get a better look at the Vex Hydra, who deploys a shield that stops players from attacking it from behind. So that's about it for this trailer. As I said, I'll be analysing all the other trailers and gameplay as soon as I can, but there's a lot of crazy stuff going on right now and tons of gameplay being released, so it's kind of hard to keep up. Plus I'll be getting to play the alpha soon, so I'll also be playing a lot of that. If you like the video, please give it a like, I really appreciate the support. You can also follow me on Twitter at DSTNY_Overwatch, where you can keep up to date on what I'm doing, as well as when I'm posting a new video. In case you missed my last video, I'll have a link on screen to it right now that you can click and go watch. In it I talk about the Destiny beta date, as well as some PlayStation exclusives, so if you missed that, go watch it. So thank you for watching, and until next time, Guardians.